here. Today got something a little bit different than my usual Tekkit videos. Today we'll be looking at electrocution booby traps. Mainly the ones focused around killing people in Quantum. So then let's get started on that. Now there are two types of setups, I believe. You got the ones which need the high voltage transformers, and then we have the one where you use a shitload of MFSUs or a big ass power supply. Now the one I'll be going to today will be the one where mostly just using MFSUs. Personally, it's easier to set up. I see it as a constant. I don't know that much about high voltage transformers and how they work, but from my experiences here, roughly all the high voltage transformers pretty much hooked up to a machine which you can put transformer upgrades into. So you're talking about a macerator, anything like that, which has the upgrade slots, and then quite a few energy storage upgrades in it. The idea behind that is somebody steps on, say, a pressure plate, it goes off, one tick will fill the machine and also hopefully deliver a big enough charge to kill that person. Unfortunately, it's a one-use only machine. You then have to break the machine, replace it to get for it to fill up again. Unless you can figure out a quick way to drain that much juice from it. Doesn't really. Now let's look at the MFSU idea. So after hours and hours of experimenting, I was able to come up with the idea that's 355 high voltage solar panels to insta-kill someone in Quantum. So let's have a little look at that. As you can see, fills up this mass fabricator I'm using as the storage device. Now let's just go a little bit of background. One issue with the high voltage transformers is, as you can see these explosions here, that was one high voltage transformer hooked up to a mass fabricator. For some reason in the coding, it sees it as a high voltage transformer. It pretty much blows up any machine without the upgrades in it. Even though this has more juice going through it than one transformer can make, this doesn't blow up, this does. So that's another reason why I'll be focusing on this idea here. So let's just go back to this. As you can see, it's filled it up again. There's that much juice going through it. I think it's like 60,000, between 60 and 100,000 energy units. One high voltage transformer delivers 2,000, but still blows that up. So a bit of a pain in the arse there. Let's see, we've got full Quantum. Let's leave creative mode on for a second. Let's take the UU matter out. Filling up bloody quick again. Stand next to this. Stand further back. Now for this to work, you need to be within one square, pretty much. As you can see, insta-kill. That's if you can pull out 355 high voltage solar panels. Unfortunately, this is very resource heavy. So let's move on to a few other designs that I got here. So let's look at the setup we'll be playing with. Now all you need is any sort of power supply, sorry. I use solar panels for the sake of it's easy, no hassle, it's done. Don't need this many, all you need is enough to be able to fill up however many MFSUs you use. The reason I use these, their output is 512, pretty sure, 512 energy units. So obviously, this many MFSUs times 512. That's the output we're going with. So, as long as you've got enough power supply to keep these full, you're sorted. Now with this sort of design here, as you can see, I've got my mass fabricator on the receiving end, a retriever, which will keep on draining the UU matter that it makes. So, let's have a look here. You want these to be able to be constantly filled, mainly because you could leave this running 24/7. You could set up with as you can see, I'm using a splitter cable. So right now it is constantly running. I believe if I flip this switch over, as you can see, always running. So what you could then do is say set a splitter cable and have a wireless receiver and a wireless transmitter remote. You could say hold down the trigger, turn it off, let you walk past your trap or whatever you have set up, walk past, and then bam, it's back open again for anyone that's following you, or anyone else that tries to break in. Now unfortunately for this to work, you need to be pretty much standing on top of the, what the fuck, alrighty then. For this to work, you pretty much need to be standing on top of the uninsulated wire that we'll be using. So as you can see, that's the reason why I have these covers, because if you're more than one block away, let's say I had the wire underneath this block and I'm staying on top of this, it won't work. I'll be able to walk through happy as Larry, not feel a single thing. As long as I'm standing practically on top of it, aka on top of the cover, it'll work when you get shocked. So unfortunately it does make it stand in a little bit, since it'll be like a fraction of a block taller or lower than anything else, but I could say set it up in a dark area, say inside your house, wouldn't really notice, especially if you feel the surrounding area with it, and this wasn't underneath it, then you set, I don't know, an inner layer, maybe, one row through it, which will work perfectly. Let's get back to what I was doing over here. I'm just getting some redstone to fix this up. So, as you can see, I've got a OR gate hooked up to my wireless receiver to my splitter cable. So now this will always be off unless I'm holding down the trigger. Sure, if I set it up right, there you go. Hold down the trigger, turns the OR gate off, and now it turns the splitter cable off as well, so now power can flow. Whereas like this, that's normal power off. So you could reverse it around, so it only works with your controller. But when you turn your controller on, the power turns off, blah blah blah. So let's see, that's one setup. As you can see here, here's another one. Tried setting up a bit of a staircase. Maybe you wouldn't notice this as you came down, la la la, don't notice, zap, dead. Now with this setup, instead of using say a splitter cable, you could just say have a lever on the mass fabricator. With a lever on the mass fabricator, you have the mass fabricator off, and any power flowing, not going to go through. So it'd be exactly the same as splitter cable, except you're just using a lever on top of this box. So you could say have this inside your house, turn it on, log off, house is safe, till you log back on, and sort it out. Now I would suggest having multiple of these in case somebody catches on after a few deaths and fixes it. As you can see, same thing with the wireless transmitter. Turn this off, power starts flowing, turn this on, now it's on, no, off. Yeah, that works. Switch it again. Yeah, sort of. I tried the split cable. Never mind. So let's see. That is the setup I made here. Pretty easy one to follow. Be able to put this around your house. You could use it even to say keep out hostile and friendly creatures. One bonus with this little design here is you could just say have one MFSU at the start and just keep on adding to it, just slowly getting the current bigger and bigger. So let's test this out. Now while that might have been insta-kill, let's see how long it takes for this to work. Just make it daytime and let's get a new set of quantum. Boots. There we go. So let's test it out. Let's turn creative off and try it. What a dick. Where was it? Let's see, what was that? 3 seconds, roughly, for it to work. So there you go. With that amount of MFSUs, well, it's pretty heavy on. 3 seconds, killed someone in full quantum. So you could say have that set up. even have a teleport that leads to it if you really wanted to. A teleport that leads to something with this just with wire wrapped around it, and have an on-off switch so you can, I don't know, check everyone that comes in first. Maybe use some of the computer mods on this one, like the player identity, make a safe house who don't recognise as you. So let's try this one here then. This is currently running. Oopsie daisies. Oopsie daisies again. No, yes we go. There we go. So let's test this one out. Not wearing quantum, but let's just see how it works. Trigger down and dead. So that's roughly the design there, very easy to follow. All you need is MFSUs, a power supply, some uninsulated wire, and if you're going to put in your floor, some covers. They're nice and easy to make. You can start off with, even if you just have, you know, 2 of these and 2 MFSUs. It'd still be enough to kill anyone without an armor on. You can just keep adding to it, making it better and better as you go. Yeah, you get all sorts of tricks. Say your entire house under the floorboards with this. Just turn it on when you log off and sorted. Your house should be pretty much protected. Make quite a few wires go into different MFSUs so in case they break one wire, you know, you still get redundancies. Other than that, that's pretty much all. I gave you a few little fun ideas. Protect yourself and have a bit of fun. Be able to kill those bastards in quantum who think they're invincible. But yeah, that's pretty much all. Hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to give it a like if you did enjoy it. It does tell me that people want more. If you have any ideas, feel free to send them in. If you have any requests, happy to take any requests that you have, whether it's for this or for a different game that you think would be interesting. Talk to me about turnout. Doesn't really matter. Any feedback is always welcome. Other than that, see yous.